Thank you for subscribing to this channel. This is a Reading Part C practice video.
The correct answer is a part of their identity. Let's explain why this is the correct answer and why the other options are incorrect. In the passage, the writer suggests that the loss of voice is difficult for patients because it is a part of their identity. The passage explicitly mentions that our voices define us and are an integral part of who we are. It highlights that our voices allow loved ones to identify us and distinguish us as individuals. This choice reflects the idea that losing one's voice is challenging because it is deeply connected to one's identity. The other options and why they are incorrect. B. Necessary for interaction. While it is true that voice is necessary for interaction, the passage specifically emphasizes the emotional and personal significance of one's voice beyond just interaction. It highlights that the loss of voice goes beyond practical communication. C. Used to form relationships. While voice is certainly a tool for forming relationships, the passage doesn't primarily focus on this aspect. It emphasizes the broader idea of voice being an integral part of one's identity. D. An indicator of social class. The passage mentions that voices can indicate social standing, but this is not the primary reason cited for why the loss of voice is difficult for patients. The emphasis is on the personal and emotional connection to one's voice, not its role as an indicator of social class. In summary, the correct answer, A, aligns with the passage's emphasis on the loss of voice as being challenging because it is a fundamental part of a person's identity.
Let's look at the next question.
The correct answer is C. The limited communication options for disabled people. Let's explain why this is the correct answer and why the other options are incorrect. In the passage, it is mentioned that Reg Malling developed the POSM, patient-oriented selector mechanism, after discovering that patients at the hospital who had lost the use of their voice were only able to communicate using a bell. This information points to the primary reason for the development of the POSM. C. The limited communication options for disabled people. This is the correct answer because it accurately reflects the reason behind the development of the POSM. Reg Malling created the device in response to the limited communication options available to individuals who had lost their ability to speak. Now, let's discuss why the other options are incorrect. A. The number of people who had permanently lost their voice. While it is mentioned that patients had lost the use of their voice, the passage does not specify the number of people as the primary motivation for developing the POSM. The emphasis is on the lack of effective communication options. B. The lack of accessibility in previous sip and puff designs. The passage does not mention any issues with the accessibility of previous sip and puff designs as the primary reason for developing the POSM. The focus is on the limited communication options for those who had lost their voice. D. The recent development of similar sound technology. The passage does not suggest that the development of the POSM was prompted by the recent development of similar sound technology. It primarily highlights the challenges faced by individuals with no voice and the need for improved communication options. In summary, option C correctly reflects the main reason for Reg Malling's development of the POSM, which was addressing the limited communication options available to disabled people who had lost their ability to speak.
Let's look at the next question.
The correct answer is A. They were heavy and bulky. Let's explain why this is the correct answer and why the other options are incorrect. In the passage, it is mentioned that in the 1970s, the first portable, commercially available, adaptive alternative communication devices, AACs, were produced. The passage goes on to describe these devices as often weighing a hefty 15 to 20 pounds and ranging from 20 to 25 inches in size. This information directly points to the problems associated with these early portable AACs. A. They were heavy and bulky. This is the correct answer because it accurately reflects the issue mentioned in the passage. The early portable AACs were problematic because of their weight and size, making them difficult to carry and transport. Now, let's discuss why the other options are incorrect. B. They were remarkably fragile. The passage does not mention any fragility issues with the early portable AACs. It primarily focuses on their weight and size, not their fragility. C. They could not be used while walking. The passage does not provide information about whether these early portable AACs could be used while walking or not. Therefore, this option is not supported by the passage. D. They needed access to a power source. The passage does not mention power source-related issues for the early portable AACs. It primarily addresses their weight and size, not their power requirements. In summary, option A is the correct answer because it accurately reflects the problem associated with early portable AACs, which was their significant weight and bulkiness.
Let's look at the next question.
The correct answer is B. Need for a diverse range of voices. Let's explain why this is the correct answer and why the other options are incorrect. In the passage, the phrase, raising the bar, is used in the context of widening the scope for self-expression among the many users of augmentative and alternative communication, AAC, devices. Specifically, the passage mentions that many users have to make do with a limited number of vocal choices, often with the majority of available voices sounding adult and/or male. This information highlights the need for a diverse range of voices to better represent the users. Therefore, B. Need for a diverse range of voices. This is the correct answer because it accurately reflects the context in which the phrase, raising the bar, is used. The passage emphasizes the importance of expanding the options for voices to allow users to choose a voice that better represents their identity. Now, let's discuss why the other options are incorrect. A complexity of modern devices. The passage does not discuss the complexity of modern devices in the context of raising the bar. Instead, it focuses on the need for a diverse range of voices. C. High quality of the sound recordings. The passage does not mention the quality of sound recordings in relation to raising the bar. The primary concern is the variety and diversity of voices available to users. D. Number of new communication systems. The passage does not reference the number of new communication systems in the context of raising the bar. It is primarily concerned with the range of voices for AAC users. In summary, option B is the correct answer because it accurately reflects the writer's intention in using the phrase, raising the bar, which is to emphasize the need for a diverse range of voices for AAC users to better represent themselves.